asked to update people on the progress of course labelling. This was a concept, of course, that was introduced before last Christmas by the UK Commission for Employment and Skills. And various terms like traffic lights and so on were being used, but the concept of actually getting data up to help consumers decide where to go next and what course to take. It was taken up under the last government's skills strategy in the new year and has been continued by the current coalition government. So course labelling, as it's now been referred to, is very much on the agenda. And the NIPB, which I chair, has been asked to take this forward on behalf of the sector. And all the big sector bodies are represented on NIPB and are helping and actively involved in this, which is great news, very much being developed by the sector here. The first thing I've got to say in an update is we want a new name. One thing we've decided is course labelling is actually not the right answer. And that's partly because of anecdotal information coming back from colleges and training organisations, training providers themselves, but also a bit of research that was done earlier in the year where we realised that finding out what the definition of a course was, at all the different levels, is going to be incredibly difficult. So until we're absolutely clear about what it is we're wanting to label or to promote, the term course itself is a problem. So we do need a new name. Course labelling is not it. And if I can explain where we've got to, and where our thinking is, it may well indeed help someone who's listening to this short broadcast to come up with the answer. But we are in the area of consumer information. And that really is the key to what we're after. The purpose of this is to enable learners of the present and the future to make the right choices for them. What do I need to do? Where do I need to go to get the learning and the training that I need? That is driving this. It is about helping consumers to make the right choice. And that is the rationale behind it. And we need something. Consumer information is accurate. It hasn't got too much of excitement about it. Who can come up with something different? The second thing, however, which has come out from our discussions to date at NIPB, is that there's a second reason. It may sound obvious, but it's come out in our discussions and been picked up at a subgroup we had only about 2 weeks ago. And the second reason for going down this track of displaying what we're doing and how well we are doing it is actually to promote the college and the training organisation themselves. It's a marketing tool. So on the one hand, we're wanting to give potential learners information to make choices, and on the other hand, a fantastic opportunity for the deliverer to actually promote their range and their wares. Many, of course, are doing this very effectively now. So a twofold reason which we're wanting to incorporate. And the work that's currently going on, we're doing some research work with users, actual and potential learners, to find out exactly what information they want that will inform their choice of provider, their choice of course or whatever. That's going on right now, and that's been the missing ingredient. We're doing it for them. We want to know what they want, not what we think they want. So we're doing that work right now to find out what the potential learners really want to know. What we are not going to be doing is getting engaged on provider performance measurement. That is a legitimate function. Measuring the performance of providers is critically important. That is absolutely not what we're about at all. We're talking about saying what we do, how well we do it. Please come to us. And by the way, this is what else we do. That is what we're about here. And we have found, however, that under Framework for Excellence, which of course has been a performance measurement tool primarily, that has actually come on so well in the last year or so that some of the clear data they've got on the performance of providers against national statistics, some of that is critical, straightforward, already gathered information. We will use it not to measure the performance of the college or the provider, but to display valuable information. And we are not being dragged into performance measurement at all. And everyone has agreed this, including the departments. So we're very, very fixed on this. So here we are. We're now going to find out exactly what the consumers want, critical. We're then going to tell consumers what different organisations are providing and how well they're doing against national averages where we have the information, and giving a platform to sell the wares of that particular organisation. So that's where we are. Course labelling is the issue we're on, but we want to change the name. If you can come up with a better name for that, we want to hear about it, please. Let me know. Graham Hoyle, write to me at ALP at inquiries@learningproviders.org. Inquiries@learningproviders.org. That will come into me. I'm really looking for a good answer here. We'll try to keep you up to date. We'll certainly keep you up to date if we find the winning title. Thanks a lot.